Hey guys, welcome to part 2 of 33 Cubers 1 Scramble. I hope you enjoyed the first part. In the second part, we will have 11 more Cubers on, who are also very talented. If you do not know what this video is about, I would recommend you go watch the first part. Basically, different Cubers were given the same Scramble, on which they did a timed solve and reconstructed their solution after. In the first part, there were also 11 Cubers. And in the third and final part, there will also be 11 Cubers. All of them are very talented. The scramble on this video will be the same as the first part. The scramble will be on the screen right now. If you wish, you can time yourself with this scramble and write your time in the comment section down below. Anyway, without further ado, welcome to the second part of 33 Cubers 1 Scramble. I hope you enjoyed this video. Sit back, relax, and learn the different ways people solve the cube using the same scramble. Let's get started.
So for this scramble, I did white cross. I saw my pieces were here, here, and here. So what I saw was my cross would be L2 D prime to solve these, and then I'd do an F2 to solve the three pieces relative to each other. And I noticed that this put this pair there. So to put this last piece, I would have to do D2 R2, but instead I decided to do wide U2 R2, and that would place the pair in front. So the cross looked like, and that places that there, so like that. And then I saw these two, so I did that. Then I did these two like that, and just set this up, so like that, and OLL PLL.
Okay, so I did white cross, and the cross edges are here, 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 and here. And this will be my first pair. So I put the red one in like this, put the orange one here, oriented the blue and the red one, and then did this to end the cross. And I knew that these two were in relation like this, so I could straight go on. And this pair was done. So I put it in, then I saw these two, and this was already made, and OL and PLL.
So this was a scramble given, and first I looked at white obviously because everything was oriented, but it was a double move away, so I thought to look at yellow as well because I'm dual color neutral. So I saw a really good solution here, so these two can be solved together and this will go back here so we can solve it. That's pretty normal till now, but while I was tracking my first pair I noticed that both of these will match up and the X cross edge is back here, so I can orient this by doing a D prime. So while I do my cross, I'll do the D prime. I'll solve this here, and then I'll just solve this together. And then I saw this pair. I didn't inspect to it, but like I saw it while I was solving this. I shouldn't have rotated. I could have just solved it from this angle, but I rotated here, hedge, and solved this. Next I solved this, which also paired this up, and I'm not gonna lie, I paired it up unintentionally, but it was fine. Solved this. Now here I could have cancelled into the OLL, but I did a U prime, I did this one, and just a normal A perm with a UAUF.
Okay, I solved on white here. And first I inserted the red cross edge with F2. That also brought this pair to the top. Then I brought these two cross pieces to the opposite centers. Placed the orange cross edge in. Then B2, D2, B2. Then I solved this pair. And I saw that I insert this corner in here. So I just have to look for the red and blue edge. And it's right here. And I also saw this corner. Then I rotated and saw this edge. So I set it up like this. And from here I see that when I insert these two will also be set up. So I solve it like this, U, and insert them into the back. And then this OLL and a G perm.
I saw all three of my cross edges on top, and I saw my first pair would be this, and I can do it by doing an L2, U prime R2, DU, and then when I solve this cross edge, I can actually pair this up by doing R, U prime R. At the beginning, in inspection, I plan to do a U2 and then L, U2, L prime at the very beginning. So I did notice that if I insert it normally without the double flick to get better look ahead and stuff, this would actually be paired up, but it's kind of too late. Like, I kind of hesitated. Should I rotate? Should I do a AUF back to solve it? I decided not to, and I just did L, U2, L prime, and then went right into this. The last pair is diag. It's usually not too good. However, I made it not too bad by paying attention to the orientation of the edge. So I noticed that this blue is, well, it matches here. So that means if it's on the left, that means it's going to be 2 gen if you rotate. It's not going to be 2 gen if you're at this angle. So I know that I can solve these two, and then I'm going to solve it with rotation, so I could solve the last two with no rotation. So this is how it's going to play out. So I do R, U prime, R prime, and do this to finish the rest. And I know the last one has no rotation. And then I can orient EO, and then as soon, since it's a Nicholas, the bar is going to be on left. But I don't know if that really helped me because it was R perm.
Not bad.
Okay, so I did the white cross. The pieces are 3 on top and 1 on the bottom. So instead of doing a bunch of double moves, I did it like this. And then I kind of predicted these two as my first pair. But what I should have done here is a U, R prime, and then a D. But instead I just did a D, and then I solved this pair normally, and that set these two up for a 3 move insert like that, and these two, and then these two are also thankfully a 3 move insert. Now for this I could have done OLL, but I actually don't like this OLL, so what I did was F, U, R, U prime, R prime, F prime into TZBLL, because I know most of TZBLL, and here I just notice these two are opposite, these two are the same, and these two edges need to swap.
Okay, so this was a pretty easy solve. My cross edges are here, 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 and here. And since my first 2 moves will be BR2, I can see that this corner piece will go here. And so these two will be my first pair. So I do BR2, and then DL2 F prime, and then
I pair them up and insert, and as I insert them I see that this pair is already paired up, so I do this one, and as I finish I also see that this pair is also paired up, and then I insert it, and when I insert it these two will also pair up, so that's quite lucky. So I insert it, and then insert this one, just a wide F sexy, wide F prime, and the J firm.
So here's the scramble. I can already see quite a lot of things on white. So what I'll do for the scramble is that I'll put this here with the L2, and then I can already see my first pair here. So what I'll do is do something like this. Then I'll insert this here. Then I'll do this pair, then this pair, and as you can see I've preserved the edges, so you'll get a nice OL PLL.
$740, and I did white cross. And so pretty much I'm gonna solve my cross by solving, but first I'll be solving this red white piece with an L2, and then I'll be tracking this F2L pair, and it won't really be affected by my cross solution. So yeah, after I do the L2, I'll do an R U prime R2, and this is just so that instead of just doing a U prime R2, I'll have to do like a DU and R2, which isn't that good. And so I just decided on doing an R U prime R2 and then D R prime to solve my cross. And here I guess I wish I'd seen like this free pair instead of this pair, instead of this pair, but I ended up going with this pair. And then here I paused a little bit and I ended up solving this pair like this, which is definitely not very efficient. Then I solved this blue-red pair into the back like so, and I looked ahead into the last pair. And here I think I paused and like did some U moves unnecessarily for Olo before doing this, and then just an F prime.
So I did green cross, so yeah, I insert this pair first, sorry, this edge, then do a D, and then F R D. That solves our cross, and I got this pair which I actually did not see in the inspection, but it's just lucky. And while doing this I see this one. I think I rotated all the way, I'm not sure. This I think, yeah, and then yeah, I did that, so that's the last pair. Okay, I'm not saying the notations, but I hope you guys understand. Then I did a swoon, so I see this COLL, so I don't do the regular R2D alg, I do a swoon, U2 lefty swoon, and then U perm.
Okay, so for this scramble, first of all, I always solve on white. So the first step is always to like look for the white cross pieces. And what I see here is the blue one is already on the white layer, and this one is just offset by one. So I can insert that, and then these two will be solved in one move. And what I also see is that this is off by an R2, So if I put this in this position, then I do an R2 and then it would be here, and then it's also solved in one move. So what I did was I started off with an L2, then an F to bring it in here. Then I can solve these two pieces, and then with an R2 I solve this, and then with a B prime like this I can solve the cross. And while doing that I saw that these two pieces would end up right here. So what I can do is rotate and then solve them like this. And at this point I saw that the blue-red pair would also be solved once I insert this. So that's pretty nice. And then I just inserted it like this. What I did here was I saw that this is also solved. So I want to solve this pair without destroying this pair. So I'm just separating them like this and then insert them on the left. So I have this free pair right here. Then I rotate and insert it from the back. OLL, pretty straightforward. And then V-perm like this.
That is it for the second part of 33 Cubers 1 Scramble. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new. Stay tuned for the third and final part, which will feature 11 more Cubers, also who are very talented. Feel free to leave editing tips for the third and final part, suggestions on this and further videos on my channel in the comment section down below. Also, do not forget to subscribe, turn on the notification bell, like, and share this video if you enjoyed it. Till next time, bye.